Angie Machado, BeaverBlitz.com, joined with wide receiver coach Brent Brennan. First off, I haven't talked to you since, probably all spring. What does it mean to have Seth Collins back in the mix?
I think it's going to be great. You know, he's obviously excited about being back. We're excited about having him back. He's a tough kid. He's got a lot of ability, and I'm excited. You know, he's got a long way to go learning how to play receiver, but we saw some really good stuff in the short time that he did it for us at the end of last season. So that's why we're excited to have him back. He's going to be a great addition, and he brings a good intensity and kind of a good toughness to the group too, which I'm excited about.
Now, I mean, you have Victor, you have Hunter, you have Jordan, you have all these veteran guys, but then we've seen some really kind of some good stuff from like a Trevon, or you have Paul Lucas. Talk about how that's going to be managing all of that talent.
You know, all that stuff figures itself out, really. I know it's fun to talk about until we lead up to games and all that stuff, but, you know, Coach Anderson says it all the time. Players make plays, players win games. So we're going to play the best dudes, and whoever that is, that's who will run out there. You know, Timmy Hernandez has had a really nice spring. Trevon has done an outstanding job. It was good to have Paul back on Saturday. You saw how dynamic he can be. So it's good. It's going to be good, and it's going to keep the pressure, and then adding Seth to that mix, and we're going to keep the pressure on Billy and Hunter and Vic to play at a really high level. And to me, that's how you get good, is by knowing that every day someone's coming after your job, and you got to bust your butt, and you got to be on point. And that's how, to me, that's how you get to be really, really good. So I'm excited about that part of it. I think the group's ready to go. We'll see. You got a lot of time between now and the fall, but it's going to be a fun group. Managing the talent, that stuff will all sort itself out. All that stuff will be figured out in fall camp. I've been in the situation before, and it all settles once we start playing football. And you know, once we get to fall camp, some guys get injured, then a guy gets to play, and that guy takes his reps, and happens all the time.
Yeah. What did you like from this group during the winter conditioning?
I just thought they really made some gains strength-wise. You know, you saw their numbers take huge jumps, which, you know, at this position you have to be strong just to deal with really the impact you take on some of the hits and some of the collisions. And then also, the stronger we are, the harder we are to tackle. You know, the more strength we have to shed tackles and win at the line of scrimmage on press release versus good people who are strong or quicker than us. So, you know, they just really, everyone made huge gains with their bench max or squat max or clean max. Everything went up. Vertical jump, long jumps, or standing broad jump. Everything went up for all the guys significantly, and actually for some of the best players, it went up really significantly. So, I think.
So, what do you want to look for? What do you want to look for going into fall then?
I tell them this all the time. I even tell recruits this, but they need to be able to run all day. And I don't think no one understands it till they get here. And then we get in that scrimmage on Saturday, and I look out there at one point, and Hunter is just dying. And I'm like, dude, I told you, you got to be able to run all day. And there's no way to, it's hard for them to fully understand that.
A lot of them are sprinters, too, that are used to just little bursts.
Yeah, and I think, you know, in the past, the guys that have really understood that or embraced that coming into fall camp were guys like Brandon Cooks and Marcus Wheaton or Kevin Cummings. You know, those guys that are like, oh, okay, this is how it has to be. Or actually, Vic's a good example, right? If there's any guy in our group that literally can take every rep and perform at a high level, it would be Victor. He understands that better than everybody, but that's what it has to be. We've got to continue to build chemistry with the quarterbacks, all the throws. As you know, on this level, special throws, special plays come from chemistry and trust, and so that has to grow over the summer. So we got a lot of work to do.
How about for you now going into May? That's recruiting trail. Is that what does your month of May look like? Yeah, it's planes, trains, and automobiles, but no trains, but lots of planes and rental cars. But it'll be good. I mean, this is a time of year. You know, I think this staff really enjoys recruiting. I think it's really aggressive that way. I think you know, there's varying opinions on the whole satellite camp thing. You know, I'm sad because the satellite camp thing was a good deal for me in the areas that I recruit. Getting down there, getting to see kids and start to engage. And good for the kids. I mean, like we talked to Omar, and he got discovered by you guys at camp.
Yeah, it's lots of exposure for some of those kids in those areas. It wouldn't always get the same exposure. And it's exposure for them to our coaching staff. But that's the way it goes. You know, we're not going to have those. So this May becomes, I would say, doubly important because we have to be in those schools and we have to be at practice watching guys work and getting a real thorough evaluation of them athletically, what they are all about as people, those kind of things.
So SoCal and, are you Dallas?
Texas, no, like Central Texas.
Central Texas,
so Austin to Waco, San Antonio.
Got it.
So it'll be busy, but it'll be good. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I miss some Little League games and some soccer games and stuff. I would say that's the bummer of it. I think if you ask my wife, she'd probably say she's happy I'm going, but it's all good.
Wide receiver coach Brent Brennan. Stay tuned to BeaverBlitz for all the latest.